Hi, my name is Stephanie Spicer, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I always introduce myself by saying, "And I'm a Limey." I'd like to talk a bit today about how Lyme disease can become our identity, and whether or not that's a good thing. Finding out you have Lyme disease can be a huge blow, not just physically, but psychologically and emotionally as well. Especially if you've been healthy and active for most of your life, and then just suddenly find yourself completely incapacitated. But even if the years leading up to diagnosis have been long and painful, finally putting a name to the illness can be hard to accept. If you're watching this video, you more than likely have gone through this already. The fact that we have this disease is something that we finally have to come to terms with and accept. Until we do that, it's very unlikely that we'll be able to conquer it. You need to know your enemy to fight it. But after we acknowledge our diagnosis, how much should Lyme disease define us? When it affects every part of our life, it can define us a lot. We may need to spend most of our time just trying to survive and manage symptoms. In less severe cases, we might find ourselves severely limited in energy and ability, and focus much of our attention on just trying to get through every day with some degree of normalcy. When we decide to fight back, we'll spend a lot of time researching, reading, watching videos, networking with others, doing treatments, going to doctors, etc. Lyme can overtake us and become our life. Getting better can become an obsession, and not a healthy one. In my opinion, we should not let Lyme become our identity, because it's a disease, it's an invasion. It's the thing getting in the way of us living as fully as we could. Some years ago, I heard about a free online webinar where doctors and experts from all over the world were meeting to talk about Lyme disease, and sharing tons of valuable information, news, treatment methodologies, and so on. I was eager to learn, and I tried to listen as much as possible. The seminar was 2 weeks long, but after 1 week, I couldn't take it anymore. Listening to that much Lyme talk began to weigh me down, and I had to stop. I think one of the best ways to fight against Lyme disease psychologically is to forbid it to become our sole focus, and to make sure to invest in other parts of our lives, the parts we love. And there's another thing to consider. If Lyme disease becomes our identity, then what will we do once we get better? Who will we be then? What will define us if we've lost touch with everything we used to love? I've heard Limeys say, "Oh, I used to love camping, hiking, and being outdoors, but now I don't want to ever go into the woods again." I can understand this. It can be hard to come to terms with a place where an enemy attacked you. But I know that at least for myself, if I never went into the woods again, it would mean that Lyme won, because it kept me from doing something that I love to do. My name is Stephanie Spicer, and yes, I'm a Limey, but I'm a lot of other things too.